David De Gea, 7 shots on
Does he
target,
say
7
looking like he's
goals. You're in
trying to
goal.
wing this one into
Let's
the
go!
top?
Oh, play now, man. Wanna play?
Oh, he's laid it.
It's him.
Yes, people, welcome back to the final third. We're back live, Premier League weekend, back in the building. And I'm your host today, Banks, joined by my ever faithful co-host, Lavish, or Oluwaseyi Lore, or Kante's cousin. Lavish, how's your weekend been?
It's been okay.
Been okay,
Decent.
just okay.
Saturday was decent. Sunday, just like the games on TV. Pointless.
Aston Villa's putting on a show for the Midlands. What are you talking about? Nothing. No love for Unai Emery ball.
Come on, man.
This is what I mean. Like, so the mid-table try to put on a show for us. Like, they give them the sharp prime time. They give us a good show. People still ain't respecting it. Like, what do they need to
put
do?
the big teams on Put the big teams on the Sunday. I'm sure no matter the game, I'm sure the viewing figures were still quite low. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter the game. It actually doesn't even matter the quality, because even when Sheffield held 8 by Newcastle, I think on the Sunday.
Sunday at 4 p.m.
A lot of people checked out.
Nah, but you just gotta give them the platform. You gotta give them the platform to do it. Otherwise,
it was good because I was productive. I was productive because of the scheduling. I was quite productive today for a Sunday. So I cooked. I was coaching today as well. Went to the first service. Don't worry about that, big fella. No, I went to the first service.
We need more black coaches, bro. If you could, we can get a crowd out there. We can get some support, get some scouts. Then we build up your name like that. Everyone's like, oh, right. If you need to get your guy signed from Kent, go to Shem. He's the top coach in Kent. That's how we do. That's how we build each other up, innit? Nathan, be fair. Sheffield United they're a tough nut to crack. They're tough nut.
My chin for my chin. My chin for my chin.
Shem, you got the UEFA. Is it the FA badge or the UEFA badge?
Don't worry about them things, man. Stay off my bit. Stay off too many questions.
Sorry, my fault.
Stay out my space, man. Stay out my space, man.
Keep on the raps. Shout out. Does that say Toby Jizzle, black goalie? No way.
Yeah.
Who does that say?
That's how I read it.
Hold tight, the man that collected 3 points. What do you know about that? What do you know about the 3-point collectors? 3-point collectors. Doesn't matter if it's Sheffield United. I'll take 3 points against anyone. You crazy. All right. I feel like every time we talk about Arsenal, I let you direct the pace. But today I want to ask you some questions because I'm curious.
Just go direct. Have you dropped the tweet? Guys, drop the link in your group chat. It's going to be a good one today, I feel like. A really honest one. So drop the link in your group chat. Spread it around. Let's have some Arsenal chat. We're going to have some Chelsea chat, some United chat, some Paul chat. No. Yeah.
You know what to do, Merseyside derby?
Yeah, we could do some Merseyside chat, to be fair, but just drop the link. Drop the link.
Been a lot of Liverpool fans that have been saying that we don't give them their love.
We could do some Paul chat, but go on. You said you wanted to.
Yeah, just got some questions to ask, just about Arsenal, the game yesterday. You lot in general, I just want to see some of your thoughts. So, obviously, for those of you that don't know, Arsenal faced Chelsea in the 5:30 kickoff. Chelsea raced into a 2-0 lead just after half time. First Saliba giving away the penalty, which Cole Palmer converted, and then Mikhailo Mudryk getting the second goal with a loopy cross against David Raya. But Arsenal fought back, Declan Rice, before Trossard got the equaliser. What I want to ask you, Shem, is what did you think went wrong in that first, let's say, 70 minutes, 75 minutes of that performance? Because I don't think it's unfair to say you lot were second best for a lot of that match. What do you think went wrong? I don't know if he's frozen or contemplating. I feel like he's frozen. That's the question I'm going to ask Shem, because when we actually deep it, we talked about this match probably 2 weeks ago, and Lavish was pretty confident about this match. He said he looked at Chelsea's fixtures and he pointed out all of the places that they would not pick up points. And he said Arsenal at home for Chelsea definite Gara win for Arsenal. Cole Palmer had the game of his life. Shots me. There's a little baller there, fam. That Man City Academy produces some ballers, fam. He's very twisty, very jinky, majinky. Got a little. He's kind of not really got the burst, but he's got the. It looks like he could grow into the burst. Chelsea smothered Arsenal in midfield, but couldn't kill off the game. Nicholas Jackson's got blood in his hands for that miss. Absolute blood in his hands. I've never seen somebody just one-on-one with the keeper and just literally throws. You know that. Sorry. He literally got up in front of the keeper and froze. He said, "You fixed the Wi-Fi." Anybody that's been,
it hasn't happened to me in a year.
Anybody that's been on this show with us always know about the times where these will get onto me about my Wi-Fi, and it's just nice to be in a situation where it's not me this time. It feels nice. It feels right. Did you hear the question I asked, or shall I ask it again?
No, I'm still freezing. I'm gonna have to jump off.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow!
Literally, can you hear it? Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You sure?
Yeah, you're all good. Shem Wi-Fi bingo. Hey, you already missed it, fam. That first one went off around 5 minutes. Jackson missed and the momentum changed. It was like the block run did on Iguodala. Literally, fam. That miss, if 3-0 Arsenal don't get back into that game, well, I say that Sanchez still could have given them a route back into that game. That's how shaky he looked. Nicholas Jackson is Yaya Sanogo 2.0. What I wanted to ask is that, and I guess I'll talk about it a little bit because I think Shem is freezing up a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to
send me the link. I'm gonna log on via my phone. My head's getting so hot right now because like every time I'm trying to talk, it's just cutting me off. Let me just quick. If it cuts off again, I'm gonna drive through my phone. Yeah, but you said you said it's not fair to say Arsenal was second best for the whole match. What do you think happened? Is that the question you asked me?
It's fair to say Arsenal was second best for a lot of the match. Why do you think you lot weren't able to compete or didn't do so well to start off the match?
I think sometimes it's just okay to say that you played bad and you just didn't turn up. What do you want to put it down to? The weather, as Ty would say, it was raining, or what do you want to put it down to? Like it was an international break. There's nothing. You just didn't play well. You didn't turn up well. You didn't even come. I don't believe you came to the match as Arsenal, and that was it. I figured that you just didn't come to the match. So as much as everyone's saying Chelsea's midfield was fantastic and Poch completely outcoached Arteta, I think he outcoached Arteta, but I don't like Arsenal didn't string 4 or 5 progressive passes, and that's unheard of. Even though we've not dominated the whole games this season, you have phases where you dominate, but it was the worst game we've played, and I don't think we just didn't turn up at all. I
love the phrase that you used there. I just want to build on that phrase that you used. That's the worst game we played all season, and I'm just curious because like it feels like a lot of games this season, Arsenal fans have said, this is the worst game we played this season." Do you feel like this trend?
I said that against Tottenham. I said that against Tottenham. I said that against Tottenham, and I've said that against. I said that against Tottenham, but I could account for why that was bad. I could account for why that was bad. There was reasons, but this is the worst game we've played all season.
I feel like you lot said it against United as well.
I said United. United. That was like game 4, right?
Yeah.
And I said we weren't that good and we won, and you lot were your best and you lost. That was my conclusion of that game. I said we weren't that good, but 5 more games onwards, this one's the worst.
Crystal, it's just interesting because I'm just picking off some of these results here, just like Arsenal against Nottingham Forest again.
Forest we were good. Forest we were good. Palace, I think we were good. I think we were good at Everton. We were decent. We were comfortable. I feel like the best game obviously has been Bournemouth, but City we got the result. The games we didn't play too well in, second half of Tottenham, this game. In the Premier League, this game, and also United shouldn't have been that close. But what are you asking me right now?
No, I'm just asking. Do you think that I feel like it could go 2 ways? As in, a lot of Arsenal fans are saying that you haven't played well, so it's just like Should I be worried because when is it gonna click? It's not been the
I
same
don't
as
take
last.
that sense. I never take that view of like we're not playing well, so it's only gonna get better. Because people always say that, or like next season everybody will be back. Bro, you don't know these things. You could get worse. So I'm not, but it's good. The good point is that you've not played that well and you're still up there. You're still first or joint first or whatever. But yeah, that's the way I have to look at it, to be honest. But yesterday's game was not good at all. There was no positives. Just get off the pitch.
Another thing I want to ask. I looked at the big chances created this season, and
They're low.
yeah, they're low. They're pretty low. You look
I
ranked
feel like
50th.
because our midfield is just not settled. I don't know what, like, for one reason or not, maybe like Partey won't start or Rice will play here or Havertz will get meshed into something or Fabio Vieira's just play the best three midfielders and let's cook and then let's judge that. But Arteta sometimes is kind of wrong and strong. It's like my way or no other way, and that's what I'm putting it down to. Also, we also need a plan B. It doesn't always have to be 4-3-3, and we don't always have to do Zinchenko tucked in. Sometimes you could go. You can have Tomiyasu playing left back, or you could go two up top, or you could do 4-2-3-1. Like you can change it. It doesn't need to be so stuck on 4-3-3.
It's interesting. Yeah, no, Zinchenko got Raheem Sterling took Zinchenko back to Man City days. I know Zinchenko seeing that version of Sterling in training used to bad him up, and he brought that version out of him today because we're hooked at half time. It looks like you lot are
Right,
crying
so
out for
that was a good sub.
That was Nah, he needed to make that sub. He knew he couldn't go out
Crying
there
out for
again.
what?
So it seems like you lot are crying out. We talked about this at the beginning of the season, like the more defensively minded, like the Jurriën Timber, that could play in these sort of big games, and you've got a tricky winger that you need to shut down. Maybe it's a game more
Yeah, that was
suited
the
to.
answer. That was the answer to Zinchenko. That was the answer to Zinchenko's frailties. But obviously, that was gone out the window after the first game. I don't. Yeah, like, you said the way you started this, it's like you were gonna ask me some real good questions. You've asked
No,
me
I'm just,
nothing
I'm
you
just
didn't
curious.
know.
I'm curious because I feel like Arsenal's in a weird spot right now where you're picking up results, but just every time I see you, it's just been like uninspiring. Like there's very few times this season compared to last season when I've seen you like, oh right, Arsenal's popping the ball.
You are
Arsenal's like,
entertained.
huh? I'm generally looking through the results of the matches I've watched. If I go like I can go back and see
No,
Arsenal
I could tell
versus.
you. Don't need to go back.
No,
I
no,
could tell you.
I'm
I
gonna
could
go
tell
back
you.
and this is from an outsider's point of view. Like obviously, when you've got
So
your
what are
Arsenal.
you asking me? What are you
No,
asking
I'm
me?
just saying I'm curious about some things. That's why I asked you those questions because I want to see
You
how
haven't
you
asked
see.
me anything,
I've
really.
asked you a few questions. When I see Arsenal,
So what's the next one?
you had a good first half, bad second half. Palace, you won by penalty, wasn't great. Fulham, fan margins. Everton, won by a single goal. Tottenham wasn't great. Bournemouth battered them. And then City, again, fan margins, but you win. But there's been very few like convincing wins. Nathan makes a good point here where he says, I'll ask you this, Banks. Would you rather play not as well and conserve energy, but get points at the business end, or blitz teams now, but business ends you start to crumble? I don't know, bro. You probably take the last one, but you just want to make sure in your
No, you wouldn't.
position you're doing that
No, you
because if you're
wouldn't.
not
You take.
playing
We
well,
did the last one. We did last. We did the last one. We did the latter where blitz teams and then crumble at the business end last season. So I'll take the former. Thank you very
of
much.
course you would,
And
but
so
you have
would
to.
you. And so would you.
Of course you would, but it's about being in a position where you can do
Yeah.
that.
And the first one says you'll be in a position. It says get
But it's not,
conserve.
if you're not playing well, there's no guarantee be in that position. That's why it's just
But
interesting to me to
he
see.
said, but get the points. You're not
Yeah, but
reading.
it's not as simple as that, is it? It's not as simple as just what do you call it? Yeah, now it's cool. We're just gonna grind out results to start with, and then towards the end, it's all gonna be.
It's not as simple as that, but that just happens. That's not a game plan. But I want to talk more so about um let me switch gears from Arsenal. Let's focus on Chelsea, to be honest.
Mm.
Let's focus on Chelsea.
I
Are
think
you are they back?
are they back? They're improving. I don't know about back because Pochettino still showed that the in-game management there was shocking, in my opinion. Like you've got control. And again, it's difficult because essentially your goalkeeper's given Arsenal way back into the game. That realistically, if Sanchez doesn't pass the ball to Rice, Arsenal don't score a goal in that game, in my opinion. I don't see like I didn't feel like you lot were on the verge of a comeback, but I always thought in that match, like just
You
watch
get gifts though. You get gifts. You get accidents. All these things. It's low. Nothing's luck at the end of the day. Same way we scored against Man City, and because it hit Ake's head. Just saying that you get a gift. It doesn't matter. Sanchez makes that mistake, but it's long overdue. Shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like they were comfortably controlling the game, and then Sanchez gives you that. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to put it on Poch, but at the same time, what you did afterwards made me look at it like there's no way you go this defensive. Like taking off Sterling, taking off Mudryk that early. I don't know what you're like. You don't really need to save them for games. You've got one game a week. Realistically, keep the pressure on. I think he brought on Reece James to play to play behind Malo Gusto, and then Gusto that loses Trossard for the goal. One of those little things there when you've got something that's working, why would you switch it up for in my
Could have
opinion,
won as
not?
well. Could have even could have lost the game.
Yeah, but Nketiah had that chance afterwards as well, isn't it?
That was a crazy chance, but it was like it made it out of nothing. So it's not like he should have scored in the first place. He made that chance out of nothing.
Nathan said, can't lie, individual errors cost them. I think Chelsea actually had it right, even in terms of game management from Poch. I hear it, but I think at 2-1 down, their heads start to go a little bit. I think they could kind of
Do you
smell.
think? I want to analyze Chelsea holistically, transfers and all the money they've spent and stuff like that. Firstly, I feel Cole Palmer. He showed me, he surprised me. Cole Palmer surprised. I think he had a great game. I think the false nine.
Very, very good. Sorry to cut you off, but that was a very, very good tactical adjustment from Poch because I expected Nico Jackson to start, but he played him false 10 and he brought your centre backs into areas they did not want to go into.
Yes.
Difficult for them.
Yes, and I feel like you combated that by playing a double pivot. You put Partey and Rice there, but hey, just play it anyway. But that's even. I think Cole Palmer was very, very good. I think he should be man of the match. I feel like the best players on the pitch yesterday was Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling, Thiago Silva, and then maybe fourth I'll put Cucurella fourth. Then I'll put Rice. I feel like Chelsea's players, like if we put a top 5 best players on the pitch, only Rice would get in, if maybe 5th or 6th. But the remaining, but Chelsea's players were very, very.
For most of I think Rice did a massive job in terms of your midfield, in terms of trying to keep.
He played alone.
He played alone there. Like Jorginho and Odegaard gave him nothing. But even still, yeah, I probably say probably like top 6 or 7 players on the pitch.
He was, and that's quite low already. So Arsenal really weren't at the races. I want to say this one thing now. Enzo and Caicedo cost the same as Rice. Or a little bit more, whatever. They're in the same region. And within 9 games, a lot of rival fans, the media, everyone's saying Rice is like it's calm, like it's value for money, like the money you paid was not a waste of money. Enzo's been here now. This is month 7. Obviously, Caicedo's played like 4 games, 5 games. Why are we not saying the same of them two? Thanks.
Do you not think they? Well, to be fair, they was never gonna reach that value, especially Caicedo.
Why? But Rice met his.
It's only been 5, as you said. It's only been like 6
and exactly my point.
No, but it's been 6 or 7.
Exactly my point. It's been 9 games. It's been 9 games, and everyone's unanimously said, "Yeah, nah, you lot."
I'm sorry, but Rice is cold 100%. Rice is cold 100%. He's been very good for you, but let's not like 100 million is not. You don't rate.
He's no one's talking about his price no more because they said, "Yeah, you paid the money, you paid what you got. Like it's worth it. It's worth it." It's worth it. That's what they say. I'm asking you, why is no one saying it's worth it for Caicedo and Enzo?
Because Chelsea are flipping not great right now. So like when Arsenal are competing at the top end of the Premier League, and obviously he's started off amazing. Well, he started off well. I'm not surprised they're not talking about the price, but
they just got bumped. I think let's just be honest. They just got bumped. Let's just be honest. They just got
bumped. 120 million for 120 million for both of them is crazy, crazy money. No one's gonna deny that. But and I don't see how they repay that sort of money.
So
But
I'm saying
no,
in comparison to
are you telling me you don't think they're cold? Is that what you're telling me? Because I don't. You don't
they're
think they're
not they're
cold?
nowhere near they're like 60, 70 mil each.
Interesting.
They got bumped by double. So let's but hey, anyway, let's move on.
Can't lie. Just before jumping here, I watched the game. I've seen nothing from Enzo Caicedo so far.
Nothing.
Enzo, what exactly is he? Because he's not a 4, a 6, a 8, or a number 10.
Exactly.
Rui Costa and Tony Bloom hit us seriously.
Boy.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting way to perceive it because
Liverpool fans come to me and said the Caicedo thing, they dodged a bullet. Right? They was gonna pay that fee. So boy.
I don't think with you can't like that fee for Caicedo is crazy. Like there's no way of not getting around it. But having a player like Caicedo at 22 years old in your team, I'm sorry. There's no like bad way to look at that in my opinion.
Remember this what you said about Sancho and look at that one. So I'm not taking your hot takes no more. Let's go to the Merseyside. Let's go to the Merseyside derby, man. What do you think about this derby, just like as an overall? Because it's hyped up, it's loved. It's one of the biggest derbies in England. It's passionate, it's rocking, it's vibrant. Do you know what I mean? Gets the people going apparently.
Vibrant hype, man. Just Everton bending over for Liverpool.
Every single year, Everton gets slapped.
Come on, man. Man said a red card within 30. Although that referee, Craig Pawson, Joker. How did you not send off Konate? You had the guard to send off Young in the first half after 2 yellows. I'm not even mad at the 2 yellows because realistically,
you think the referees are trying to pay back Liverpool? Like, you know what? Here,
every 50-50 from now on to the end of the season is going to Liverpool. It's a 60-40. 60-40 at the very, very, very worst. Because how you saw the counter happening, you saw Konate stop the counter. There's always a yellow. And Klopp, slimy guy, took him off straight away. Like, yep, I ain't letting lightning strike twice. Let me get this motherfucker off so I can flip it and avoid the red card. Hey, Craig Pawson, you bottled it. You literally check your bank account because I know there was something I know there was something nice in there for you. I know it. Bottled it, but even still, Everton came to Anfield the way they was always gonna come, 10 men behind the ball, defending for their lives. It looked pretty good for them until they got the red card, and then it always just felt like when are they gonna score? It took a while. It took them till second half, but yeah, they eventually made the breakthrough. But whenever it's Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield, you're always rotted. Nah, this internet is beating him up. Mykolenko had Salah padlocked. Hey, yo, Mykolenko and Cucurella had great games against Saka and Salah. It's crazy. Serious padlock sessions for both. Until he got the goal and assist. Until he got the 2 goals later on. He was having a great game against him, but them's the breaks, man. Them's the breaks. Cucurella was on the same thing, gave him the padlock session for most of the game, and in the end, he gets the game equalized and assist. Game is nasty. If DCL scores that header first 30 seconds, Liverpool lose. I fully do not believe that. I probably think if Everton score first, Liverpool probably score 3 in the first half. You know, Liverpool are just on that comeback thing right now. Everton need a hipster manager, man. If you're not going to win anything, at least play good football. Everton need to stay in the Premier League. That's what they've tried. The hipster managers, they've had the Ronald Koemans, they've had the Martinez's, they had Carlo Ancelotti, for God's sake. But none of it's worked. None of it's worked, and they're just pissing money down the drain. So they need a gaffer that's just gonna, you know what, we're playing 4-4-2. That's what we're playing. That's the manager that they need right now. They put people into positions and say, you know what, stay here. Stay in this little position I put for you right here. That's what you need to do. That's what they need more than anything right now. A hipster manager that's telling them, yeah, go and vibe out and just, bro, they'll get relegated, you know. Have you seen the Everton team? That team will get relegated if they try that. These lot they need a strict head teacher. They need a strict head teacher that's gonna beat them. Need someone that's gonna beat them. Come on. Imagine trying to put flipping Bournemouth's manager Areola into the Everton team. Or trying to put I don't even know who else is hipster out there. Gasparini from Atalanta. Bro, they'll get relegated. They'll get relegated. You can't. Not right now, Sammy. I'm sorry, but if you give them a hipster manager, it's all over, man. I reckon Everton stay up. I've got no real reason for thinking this, but I just think with Sean Dyche, you've got a chance. With Sean Dyche, you've actually got a chance. We're going to talk about Jota. That guy is dumpster juice. They just need to release that Resiliencia, man. That guy is he's showtime. He showed that boy is showtime. You just never know what sort of case we're gonna get with him. All of this Jota business that's just making runs and nah, man, that's not showtime. That's not what we want to see. They need to throw Darwin Núñez up there, man. We're trying to see some chaos, ball. Everton can't even pay their bills, man. Yeah, nah. I think they're getting some new investors though. They're getting some new bread. Watch out! Stop pocket watching, Nathan. Stop pocket watching. They're getting their bread up. Their striker options are Ars, DCL, aka Hospital Man, and Beto, a Portuguese lump. Damn, man, I was gassed off Beto's first couple of games, man. Then DCL came in, got a little brace or something against Brentford. We have to see, man. Justice for Gary O'Neill. It's just hard-working English manager. Hard-working English manager. He doesn't come with the pumps and the thrills and the this and the that. He just wants to go play football, keep the team up, but they wanted something different. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Oh, even the sound clarity is different. What you on now?
Bro, I had to listen. You know what I mean? Let me not even tap too tough. I had to tap into another Wi-Fi. I had to tap into it.
I was using the neighbor's Wi-Fi, fam.
Don't worry about that, sweetheart. What did I miss, bro? What did I miss? Because I was at Merseyside Derby. I was thinking, what's going on?
Nah, we're just talking Everton. Sammy said, what do you call it? Sammy said Everton need a hipster manager. I was saying if they get relegated.
No.
Get relegated.
What they need to do is just carry on doing as they're doing. Everybody's got a lifeline this season because the 3 promoted teams are not good enough. So the 3 promoted teams are going straight back down. As a matter of fact, I think we should put a petition in January to stave everybody from the rest of the remaining 6 months because the relegation battle's over with already. Obviously, Luton are on 5 points now. They're just out the relegation zone. But
they're out the relegation zone. Who's in there?
Iraola's Bournemouth.
Jesus Christ.
They haven't won a game.
You gotta be. They haven't won a game.
Sheffield, Bournemouth. Yeah, Sheffield and Bournemouth and Burnley.
Big man ting, Nathan. Justice for Gary O'Neill, fam. Look what you lot.
Yeah, crashed it on them. Wolves crashed it on them.
Literally. Them Pedro Neto stocks.
That's not your stocks. That's not your stocks. We literally have a video. And I said,
go back. What I always like is sometimes like I tweet enough that
we literally have we can repost the link. That's not your stock. Your top five was Foden.
I've got a lot of sleeper stock.
Your top five.
I've got a lot of sleeper stock. Sleeper, like it's not.
Can I go after you? I'll go after you.
I may not put my face on the stock. It's always there. It's always been there. So like that's
your top 5
legacy stock.
Your top 5 was Foden. Then your number 3 was who was it? You had 3. Yeah, then you had Bukayo. You had Bukayo as 3. Yeah, and then I can't remember who you had. You had another couple too, but I think you had Ahmad somewhere in there. Like all your things crashed except from our star boy, which was a given. Saka being the best. Mine was Saka and then Neto.
Ahmad just got young player of the season in the champ. Bro, we're loading.
Bro, he's like 25 now, man. He's been low. You've been low.
He's younger than Saka. So be respectful.
Anyway, and even Palestri gets more games than him.
Yeah, because he's injured, isn't it?
All right, hurry up, man.
You're not locked in, man. You're just not locked in.
No
What's
one's locked. Even I don't even think Ivorians are locked in. No one gives a heck.
Nottingham Forest are in the relegation battle for me now.
No, they're not, Chim. No, they're
They'll
not.
figure it out. They've got
No,
too
they're
many
not.
players not to figure out. That's the worst thing. That
No, they're not. They're not in the They're not in the relegation battle. They're not. The relegation battle is Luton.
Relax, CJ. They are ACSFC. Man, need them in the Prem. Hey,
Can we
man.
talk about Paul then? Can we give them their flowers?
Talk about who?
Liverpool.
Yeah, go ahead. You can give some flowers up.
Now, are Liverpool really in the title race, or are people trying to push something on them that they're not?
They're in the dance. Everyone's in the dance right now.
Because they're hell bent that there's nothing they can do with this midfield, like with not having a full functioning DM. Like it's not possible to keep going like this. That it's gonna run out soon. And to somewhat I agree because their games are always a game of two halves more time. But the ease at which you can run past McAllister is worrying. But when they're on the ball, they're always dangerous, as in Liverpool. So I think they're gonna go back to the we'll score more than you kind of thing, and that's not sustainable to win anything. It is to challenge, but not to win the league.
I think they're in it right now.
So are Spurs in it right now?
Are Spurs in it right now? No.
They could go top if they beat Fulham.
Yeah, no. I just off the history of who's been in title, like I'm going off the history of who's most likely to stick around in the title race. I just don't see Tottenham being in that title race right now. But yeah, Liverpool the front four is just they've got too much firepower to, again, you're right in the sense that the defending leaves them open to conceding goals. There's no way around that. But they've also just got a flipping nutcase in Salah up front that's just going to score goals for fun. And they've got flipping Luis Diaz on the other side, who's, for me, he was crap for most of the match yesterday, but he's going to give you that moment that can just create that bit of magic. And you don't get too many wingers like that in the Premier League. So you're right in the sense that attack is going to keep them around the top.
Got a lot of weaknesses. Obviously, Robertson's out for several months now. So like both flanks. Yeah, bro. Shoulder's gone.
Done his shoulder.
Shoulder's gone. Yeah, so both flanks now. Obviously, people always say Trent defensively you could be exploited, but both flanks now are equally damaged. I'm joking. Now, but anyway, I wanted to quickly touch on you guys' game. Now, you guys won, but I was busy. I couldn't watch it, so I was listening to it on the radio, and it sounded pretty much end to end. Now, wait, before you interject. Now, you won, but all I'm hearing is the Ten Hag. I think that this is the thing with football Twitter. The Ten Hag outs are quite strong in their stance. I think even though you guys have gotten 2 wins recently, or I can't remember your last result, the Burnley and whatever, and the Brentford, or you got a couple wins recently. The Ten Hag outs are still like they've just given up. And I want to ask you, 1, do you hear where they're coming from? And 2, in terms of the game, is it weird that Newcastle beat these 8-0 and you lot struggled to control the game and beat them and scrape to win? Sorry. That's 2 question.
Is it weird? No, because a lot of the games we've played this season, a lot of our wins have been nasty, nasty wins. As in, we've just about got over the line. I don't think we've beaten a team convincingly this season. So what Newcastle, who have been like, we talk about big chances creating and who's the one created, like they're top of that list compared to us who haven't started the season like that. It's not surprising that I looked at the Sheffield United game and I was just like, these lot are gonna play the game, like they're gonna be up for it. There's no, this is Manchester United, we're just gonna lie down. I knew there was gonna. The first time I saw McBurney go up for a header against Lindelof, I already knew where it was. So I wasn't surprised that we didn't play as well against Sheffield United. But I hear what the Ten Hag outers are saying. Yeah, because we're not playing well, and in terms of like putting consistent performances together. Does that mean I hear the Ten Hag. I hear why they're angry. I don't agree with the Ten Hag out thing yet. I don't agree with that. But I hear because watching the game is genuinely like, what the fuck are they doing on the training ground? Or like how it's as if none of them have a connection with each other.
Sorry.
And again, some of that is down to still injuries at the back. It's a very disjointed lineup. Evans, Maguire at the back, Lindelof left back. It's never great for the balance, but at the same time, it's just like, it's just in terms of the quality of what's going on the pitch, there's still too much of just random nonsense.
What do you think about? Go on, sorry.
No, I was gonna say Bruno again. You're playing deeper, and this is what annoys me because McTominay. Thank you for getting those last minute goals against Brentford, but still, I knew he was gonna start this game, and he looked just as useless as you expected him to. That's what's annoying. Like you knew Ten Hag will get gassed. You knew he'd start him, and you just know what you're gonna get when you play McTominay in midfield. And it's just like, I think in 60 minutes he completed 9 passes, which like you can't function as a team. But when you actually deep it, we ain't got nobody else that scores goals, so it was natural that Ten Hag was gonna put him into the thing. Amrabat isn't good, by the way. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. I thought it was pretty good yesterday. I thought it was pretty good in terms of getting it gone. He was everywhere in terms of that DM role. What people saying that Casemiro has lacked was the mobility and the ability to get around. I think he won all of his duels yesterday, numerous tackles. I think it was a very solid showing. I think what can make a midfield with Amrabat work a lot better is what's going on in front of him. Is who's the 2 midfielders that you play alongside him. If you can get another midfield, you can play another. Not Martin Bruno, in my opinion, but if you like a Kobe Mano or Hannibal, somebody that can get the ball gone a bit quicker, and then you can put Bruno or Mount in the other position, that can make the midfield work a bit better. I don't see how he drops Bruno, but I think, in terms of that midfield balance, I feel like he's added to it pretty. Like in terms of the defensive side, makes it a lot better. 9 passes in 60 minutes for a centre midfielder is crazy, bro.
Jeez, who did that?
That's McTominay, fam. He got a goal, and I'm sure he's probably still came off with a 6.2 rating. What are you saying? United got no flexibility in the midfield.
But here again, when you hear all these names and all these things, surely we expected a lot better from them this season, obviously. But that's the part that just confuses me, and I'm sure confuses a lot of United fans, because a lot of you expected you to be in the title race, or at least to be challenging, or at
6
least
points away. 6 points away.
Oh, you're 6 points away from what? Top 4?
From top.
Mm.
That's what I mean. You lot just like why are we 6? We've been crap and we're 6 points away. And
I swear you're like 9th. There's 8 teams ahead of you.
But that's what I mean. Don't look at the table. What did I tell you? Don't look at
6 points away. But there's
don't look
like
at the
8
table
teams.
until
You have to jump over like 8 teams, bro.
don't look at the table until the 18th game. There's no point because
now we've moved it to the 18th game. Firstly, it's the first 10 games. Then it's now.
I never said first. I always said December halfway through. That's when you can look at the table. But until then, like the table's never gonna give you a great reflection. Thank you, Statman Chim. Anthony's got 1 goal in 77 shots, by the way.
I think he's got to stop shooting.
He's a terrible crosser, so it's not much. It's peak. Every time you see him do that, what annoys me about Anthony.
Can I ask you one question now? Can I ask you one definite question now? Definitive question. Who's gonna finish higher? Manchester United or Chelsea?
Manchester United.
Okay. You know you have a bet with me, right? About me and you.
I'm not worried about that bet.
I think you should just send that now, by the way. But
I'm not worried about that. It's a nothing. That's money in my pocket. That's dinner money.
You know that's
dinner money in there.
You know that. Anyway, let's do our fantasy league. Let's do our stock watch, please, and let's sign off because it's a long day. It's going to be a long week for me.
Let's look at something. Oh, okay. I didn't finish too badly. I started off terribly this week.
So let me go first. I got Diaby. I think Diaby gave me 2 or 3 points. Garnacho doesn't play.
No, he had a couple. I can't lie. He had a couple. He stunk out for this substitute. He had like 2-3 chances. Put them
I
all
thought he
wide.
played well as a super sub. Yeah, Garnacho. Nicholas Jackson didn't start. Whoo-wee, shame. McAllister and Szoboszlai.
McAllister was like,
That's where my money is.
that's 2 points. No, 3 points each. So they got clean sheets. Yeah, it's not great. I'm telling you, just like if you want to make these changes in January, just like
No, I'm making them still. I'm
making them. Can we get like inside look into who you're thinking of subbing up?
I'm taking out 4 players. Taking out 4 players. I said Nicholas Jackson will get you 15. I don't think he's going to get you 6.
Don't say you said 18, my boy. You said 18.
You're making numbers up. I don't think he's going to get you 6 Prem goals.
6.
I don't think he gets you 6 Prem goals. Nicholas Jackson right now, he's looking like when Arsenal signed Lucas Perez and thought we did everyone on a cheap thing. Like, you lot watch.
Oh my god. Let me get into my ones.
So write mine down then.
I've got yours already. You only had Nicholas Jackson,
Szoboszlai and
McAllister. And who didn't play?
Garnacho played. You said Garnacho played and Diaby played.
Yeah, so you got 3 points. 2 points for Diaby, 1 point for Garnacho, 3 points each for McAllister and Szoboszlai, and 1 point for Jackson. So he's just be thinking about your transfers already.
That's 10. So write that down. Game week 9, 10 points. Go on then, your turn.
Evan Ferguson gave me 2 points. Not great. It's not
James
my
Garner.
fault. Morgan Gibbs White gave me
Zilch 2-2.
1 point. Appreciate that, my boy. Appreciate that. James Garner gave me 1 point. No, he might have given me 0 points.
Jesus.
Garner gave me 2 points. I'll take it. I'll take 2 points.
So what are you on now?
Freaking 3 point. No, I'm 4 points.
Yeah.
Eze didn't play. He's injured.
0.
And finally, Ferguson, Eze.
You sound like you got like Timber or someone bad, like someone peak still.
Oh, Madison, but he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah, Madison. We'll wait on that still. Publish that. But
I'll tweet out what the total points is up until this point on Monday.
Okay.
Be respectful to Darren Bent. Darren Bent was a booter. He was a booter.
Jackson Martinez getting what's his name? Jackson. Martinez.
Jackson.
Yeah, close enough. It's the other one. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson getting compared to Darren Bent is so disrespectful.
Be respectful.
Nicholas Jackson is not better than Nicholas Bentner. And Nicholas.
Be fair.
No, what to who? Bentner?
No, to Nicholas Jackson.
All right. I said he's coming like Lucas Perez, bro.
A little bit of talk away from the Premier League. Sergio Ramos facing off against Real Madrid for the first time since leaving. It's just a nice.
It's Sammy still in the dream. We talk about this for.
I was talking to Sammy about this on Friday still. Nah, but he put in a monster performance. He put in a monster performance against Real Madrid. 1-1 draw, clearance off the line. It's just like storylines, isn't it? This is what we paid to. This is why we watch the beautiful game. This is why we watch it.
Yeah, I think someone said it earlier. They wanted us to do Milan Juventus predictions earlier as well. People need to stop getting stuff twisted. We are not commented on these leagues, but we watch their games. We're not. You know what I mean? I saw that earlier.
Leao to score. I don't even. What's the score right now? I'm gonna guess it's 1-0 to Milan. Hey, Fagioli. Hey, this guy did the biggest, the biggest snitch job I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god! Remember, have you seen what's happening with the betting thing in Italy?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Man just gave up all the names. Said, yeah, Tonali gave me this link. He told me to speak to this guy. Put me on. You gave me my first consignment. I was just like, rah.
Italy's always been murky with their envelopes. It's just been murky. Always been murky. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm just seeing Weston McKennie. I'm turning this off. Hey, everyone, let's sign off, man. Thanks everyone for tuning in today, man.
Big up Fagioli, snitches always prosper. And on that, we sign up.
David De Gea, 7 shots on
He
target,
said
7
looking like he's
goals.
trying to wing this one into
Let's
the
go!
top.
Get